Hey everyone, so we're down here by the driveway entrance to our place, and this is the first tree that we're going to plant that we just got. It's been pretty hot. It's been in the high 90s, and I don't want to put these trees in the ground when it's that hot. I know it is kind of fall and the sun isn't as hot, but they did come out of a shipping box and they're definitely defoliating. Sorry, the flies are kind of crazy right now. Let me show you this tree. So this is the Carolina Sweetheart Redbud, and hold on. So this is the front right here. We have a bunch of African daisies and a little yucca right there with some ground cover that we're hoping will suppress all these weeds. And then this is actually like a rain gutter, I guess. But this is the front. And then this is a really nice oak right here, but there's a ton of room right here that I kind of want like a punch of color. And this Carolina Sweet Redbud is supposed to put on a pretty good show. I put a shrub here that didn't take. So we're gonna pull her out and we're gonna put the Sweet Carolina in. So let's do that and we'll go over all the stats and everything. Dumb me didn't put enough drippers on it. This is so dry. Look at this. Yikes, sorry. And this is the front of our driveway and it probably got neglected. So, all right, so I'm gonna just put some plant tone in the hole. And then I actually, in my little bucket, cause it's a long walk. So I got some, it's like a planting mulch. It's like a soil / mulch that you can do large shrubs in and trees. It's got a lot of goodies. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that, kind of boost the soil. It has a lot of organic matter in it, so it'll retain moisture. We definitely want this not to dry out. Learned that the hard way. So let's get it in. This is what it came in. You guys haven't ordered anything by mail. This kind of came in to hold the soil in. And then I've just been watering this to make sure that it doesn't dry out. And I kept the plastic on as well. So I don't want to mess the roots up too much. So I'm gonna tip it. Not a ton of roots. These flies out here are driving me crazy. I think they live in all this brush out here. Ugh. All right. Still got a little bit of our season left, so a little growth hopefully. You don't really want to put too much fertilizer if you know that the weather's going to really start cooling down. and everything's gonna start going dormant, but we probably have another, I'd say, over a month. So it'll have a little bit of time to hopefully root in a little bit. Maybe even put on a little bit of growth. I'm really excited about this tree. It's supposed to be really pretty. Alright, so I wouldn't say it has a good side yet. Based on the branching, it's kind of going like this. You kind of want to bring it out. Okay. A little pivot. Clean as you go. Bucket. Some of this is the mix that the other tree came in, or sorry, the other shrub. Soil out here wasn't all that amazing. So you just gotta pack it in. Oh, if you didn't notice, there was a wire basket in here already that I put for the other shrub. I don't have to make another one, which is great because I hate making those. Again, it's for squirrel and gopher protection. We have a lot of that, a lot of squirrel and gopher pressure. I've lost a lot of plants from not putting a cage around these. Get it in there. And I'm gonna top dress more of this good stuff. Again, you don't want to plant it too high. You want to keep it at whatever the level was that it came in, the root ball. The soil level that your plants came in. And this good stuff will work its way on in. If you're gonna put a lot of like nutrient-rich soil with your plants, just do a little bit in the hole, and you can put not as much as you want, but you can put a lot on top and it'll naturally work its way down. You don't want to have a ton in the hole, because then your tree won't want to root out into the native soil. Because it'll be too happy in its home that you already made. So I'm just going to do this to make a little well. Have mulch here already. I might get some more though. In fact, I know I'm going to get some more. So again, keep the crown of the plant free. You can definitely mulch around that. If you go too high, you can start causing, moisture issues, fungal issues around, especially if, which it looks like this is. Let me show you. A lot of trees come grafted, which it looks like this one might be. So they put usually a really strong rootstock for the roots, and then they put whatever tree or plant the consumer wants. Maybe the original root of that plant was susceptible to some kind of fungal issue, or this new rootstock might be more drought tolerant or tolerates wet feet more. She doesn't look like much. but there you go. I think it's gonna look really nice. So the nice thing about this is the sun kind of comes this way. So this oak tree right here does provide this little bit of shade. And I think this variety appreciates the shade. We are a zone probably 10A, 9B, something like that. It does get pretty cold out here during the winter. So I'm hoping it'll do fine. Can tolerate full sun to full shade, it said. So this is definitely gonna get 4 to 6 hours of sun. So it's probably a part-time, well, it is a part-time shade. I don't want this thing to get super huge because we do have the oak tree here, and I kind of want it to be a second story plant. I think it'll just look really good if it's kind of a layered effect like that. But what I'm most excited about is the color on this thing. So like Redbuds, it has those super bright pink magenta flowers that are really close to the stems. And then as they push out growth, this one's gonna push out purple flowers, and they transition. I mean, the leaves that are currently on here are not doing this thing justice. They turn into this purple and then green and white and pink. It's just a spectacular plant. I'll definitely put a picture of it on the screen for you. But this is Redbud 1, and then we're gonna go do the other ones right now. How's that lit? Oh, crooked. Straight. Vanessa, this is for you. Some watering ASMR. So let's walk and talk. So this is where I just planted the Redbud down there. Forgive all this mess. We have to clean up some of this stuff and all that. But we're trying to keep it tidy as we go. Just planted some avocados. I'll fill you guys in on those. But this is our extremely steep, needs to be repaired driveway. We're cleaning up after all the hardscape. So we have one little bag of cement up there and then one bucket of loose cement. One of their bags broke, so I had to clean up. That was fun. But up here on the hillside up there, sorry, I had to not so professionally tether my trees together. It was windy the other day. All right, so this is kind of Redbud Alley right here. So up on the hillside, we have these. I got at a big box store by mistake. Well, not by mistake. It was an impulse buy. I bought them. They were labeled Merlot Eastern Redbuds. These are not Merlots. So these are supposed to be purple. However, up there is a baby Merlot tree, and it has a friend to its left. So we have one Merlot there, one Merlot there, and then I'm going to continue the drift on the other side of this hill. So that's what we're planting right now. So we're gonna do a drift of Merlot Redbuds. And then I think, I'm almost positive these are just regular Eastern Redbuds. Oop. So I'm gonna have to get 2 of those to kind of bring those up there. Because right now it's just, when you look at it, it's just like bonk, bonk, bonk. I kind of want to make it look, you know, a little bit more of a swoop rather than here's 3 trees, you know. Kind of want to like bring it up into the outer landscape. So that's what we're doing. I'm gonna go hike up there. All right, here we go. All right, so here we are. Merlot 1, Merlot 2, So here we are, everyone. I haven't brought you up here yet. These are some amazing views up here. So obviously our house. We've got the first patio, our little walkway, our circle garden. It's all looking really good. But I'm up here for Redbud 1, Redbud 2, Redbud 3. We can just sit up here really quick and kind of look at the views. I do love this view. I wish we could put a little seat up here or something. This right here is a pink trumpet tree. Also, one of the first things that I planted on this property. But it's doing really well. But look at this rock facade. Isn't that cool? All right. Here we go. Let's go plant this sucker. I'm being eaten alive by these little, I don't even know what they are. They're not fruit. They look like fruit flies, but they don't even want anything. They just literally land on you and walk around you. Mostly in your ears and your eyeballs. All right. So the reason I kind of want to bring everything over here is because down here we do have, so the red bud that we just planted is over there in front of that oak. These are going to be our little avocado alley right here. This is our driveway. This actually connects up here. Down by the circle garden, we did those steps that walk around. And we kind of finished the project there. So we're, you know, saving on funds and everything. Can't do it all at once. But eventually, we want this to be a pool. This is a flattened out area. That's an old chicken coop, which we might want to repurpose. And it'd be so cool to be able to put it right there. But yeah, so we want to, you know, make this really pretty. Also, you can see erosion over there. That's what you deal with when you don't have anything planted on it. So the same thing happened here. can't see it from this angle, but there was a pretty big chunk that was taken out when we had those bad rains. So we are trying to do some planting up here. Redbuds also, they send a huge taproot straight down, so they're really good for erosion control. I would like to get things that have a little bit more, you know, invasive roots so that they can just kind of grow everywhere and stabilize this hillside. So, all right, enough gabbing, enough talking. So I made a cage. If you can't see all of these holes, I didn't do any of these. These are all gopher holes. Not gopher holes, these are squirrels. All over the place. I'll show you on our way down. Oh, right here, perfect example. See all that? I didn't do any digging up here. These are all squirrels. Luckily, since this was the first tree that I planted, I didn't put that in a cage, but it's doing just fine. But I can't say that for a few other trees that I planted, which were gone in a week or so. So we are definitely putting everything in cages. All right, I have to find a flat spot to put you guys on. So I did change the positioning a little bit. It was here. I moved it a little bit farther down just because the other one over here, it's a good amount of distance from the first to the second. So this would have been super close to put it right here. Plus, the next tree that I'm gonna plant is gonna kind of be in between these. And if this one was right here, it'd be too close to this one. So now you can have a nice vantage point. I'm gonna put a nice big one right there, a pink silk floss. I think that'll look really nice. So, normal planting, you guys. Put my cage in, and then I kind of made a little shelf. I actually used some rocks that I found right there, just to kind of help until the soil gets nice and firm. But there you have it. Water her in, and then I have a drip line right here that I'm just going to tee into and bring it here to water this one as well as the one I'm going to plant right after this. So redbud planting is all done. I think I might just sit right here and enjoy the view for a little bit. The sun's going down a little earlier and it's really nice out right now. It was 93 today. I mean, it says it's hot, but it's like a different kind of heat in the fall, right? Like it's not as intense. So maybe I'll leave you guys with a little view that I'm watching as well.